Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing today? Can you see the snow? It's snowing all around me. It's snowing all around me. Alex is like, are you going outside to vlog? And I was like, yeah, it's like refreshing and crisp outside. And he's like, it's so cold. Alex gets so cold. And I was like, I know it's cold, but it's refreshing. And so I was like, I'm gonna start outside vlogging. And he's like, cause he's watching Twister, the movie, the Twisters, the second one. I don't know, the new one. He's watching that inside. And he was like, I can move upstairs or you can vlog in here. He's like, you don't have to go outside because it's cold. And I was like, no, I want to go outside. I said, I'll start outside. If I get too cold, then I will come inside. But yeah, I didn't even know we were supposed to have any snow today. I think I read the weather yesterday. Oh, well, I guess it would have been 2 days ago when I was sitting over there filming my second vlog of the day. I didn't even know that it was supposed to snow today, but here, let me show you. We're getting some snow right now. It's very, very pretty outside. You can see. It just started about an hour ago. So it doesn't look like it's going to be a whole bunch. There's our Christmas wreath behind me. The fall Halloween wreath is gone and the Christmas wreath is in place. And we just got back from running some errands because I had some places I needed to go. And I just made a cup of coffee. This is the Green Mountain coffee. And I think this is the cinnamon honey drizzle or something like that. Anyway, this is my first sip of coffee for the day in my Christmas cup. Are you ready? Delicious. Okay. And my table is completely covered with snow, but I am going to light my candles because I brought my lighter. I have my glasses. I have everything like in the pockets of my coat because the table that you guys are on is, here, let me show you, it's like completely covered with snow right now. And the table over here where I have my coffee is completely covered with snow. The candles are not covered with snow yet, so I'm going to light the, oh, there's a little bit of snow in there. So let's see. I don't know if they're like wet. We'll see if they'll light. A very Christmassy vlog today. Oh, that one lit. Got that. We got one going. Okay. I tried to blow the snow off this table, but it's not coming off. I don't think it's supposed to snow that long. I think it's supposed to snow for like an hour and then it's supposed to stop. But it's cold enough that it's gonna stick, which is pretty. So, I woke up today and I felt like crap when I woke up today. Gosh, snow's getting in my eyes and everything. It doesn't feel as cold out here as it looks. It's so pretty right now. I mean, the snow is just kind of like, it reminds me of the, let me put this lighter over here on this little thing. This even has snow on it. It reminds me of the beginning of Charlie Brown's Christmas, when they're like they're ice skating on the pond and the big flakes and Lucy says something like, I like January snowflakes or something like that. So got my glasses. It is currently 3:07 p.m. Let's look at what the temperature is. It'll probably say it's like 28 or something. Actually, one of my friends put something up on Instagram earlier. They were up much earlier than me though, and it said 29 degrees. It doesn't feel that cold at all out here though. Oh no, it is. It's 27 degrees and cloudy outside. I did mean to put my Ugg boots on. I don't have my Ugg boots on. I have my gray flannel Birkenstocks with no socks. But you know what they say, you can't get sick just sitting in the cold. So I don't feel sick like I'm getting a cold. I did not feel great today when I woke up. I felt the same way that I've been feeling for the last week. I woke up with a headache. Not a horrible headache, a dull headache, but a headache nonetheless. I didn't take any Tylenol or anything yet. I'm trying to kind of wait later in the day because I don't want to be taking it like every, 4 to 6 hours. And sometimes it just kind of goes away. But I woke up with a dull headache today and a lot of anxiety. Like I felt like I was coming out of my skin. In fact, like I had like 2 or 3 errands to run and Alex was like, well, is there anywhere else you want to go? I was like, and it's real busy out today because of Black Friday. And, I mean, it's like the roads are packed and stuff like that. I was like, no, I just kind of want to get home. So my plan was that I was going to film videos on all of my channels today. That was my plan. And I had like drama video to make. I had a booktube video that I wanted to make. I don't really know, like I said, I'm just going to take this day by day. And so I had a bunch of videos that I wanted to film. I wanted to, for Peter's Movie Club over my Peter Does Stuff channel, I have 4 Christmas movies picked out for the month of December, and so I wanted to do the announcement. I was kind of going back and forth whether or not I should like announce all of the movies today, or if I should just announce one a week. And I kind of thought about just like announcing all of them today, but I woke up and I just kind of like sat there for a little bit, did my prayers and meditations and stuff, and I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna film my vlog today. I think I'm just gonna film my vlog today, and then I think I'm gonna take a nap, read a little bit, and just relax today. I'm just gonna take care of myself today. So, because it's so not cold. It doesn't feel 27 to me. I don't know what it feels. I mean, it's crazy to think that, you know, just a couple months ago it was 60 degrees warmer. I told Alex today, I said, because we went back and forth on this whole trip. So the different places that we were looking at, we were going to leave today, actually. And we were looking at Dominican Republic, we were looking at Aruba, we were looking at Mexico. There's like a new resort in Cancun that we were thinking about staying at. We were looking at some other places. And I even looked at Las Vegas. Las Vegas is probably, for like, I looked at Las Vegas for like 3 days. Las Vegas for 3 days is more expensive than any of those places for a week, which is kind of crazy. But we decided not to do that. And so I said to Alex today, I said, well, we could be sitting on a beach right now in the Dominican Republic. And he was like, we could. And he was like, but I think it's, you know, so anyway, we went back and forth. I think if we do take a trip, because so many of you were like, you guys need to take a trip, you should take a trip, whatever. I mean, Alex and I are like pretty aware of that. If we don't go anywhere until March, like we have this, you know, trip to go to Ultra Music Festival, I think we're okay with that. Oh my God, this gust of snow just blew everywhere. I mean, if we have to wait until March to go somewhere, we're totally fine with that. But if we, I feel like I'm caught in a snowstorm right now. But if we decide to go on a trip, it'll probably be like on a Wednesday we decide, and then like on a Friday or a Saturday we leave. That'll kind of be how it is. I don't think it'll be something that we like plan a long time in advance. We're kind of just like looking at different places, but we're also like, you know, there's deals that come up that like, you know, the week of it's like cheaper to go and stuff like that. So we've been kind of like looking into that kind of stuff, because wherever we go, you know, we're going to want to go for like a week or whatever. So just to get away. I don't know. I kind of go back and forth. Like one day I feel like I really want to get out of here, and the next day I'm like, I'm just fine to be here. Today I'm totally fine just to relax and be here. I started a new show last night. I finished Mindhunter and I started a new show, which we'll get to in just a second. Is there like snow on my... I am caught in a snowstorm. Caught in a blizzard. But I started a new show last night, which I'm really excited about watching this weekend. Alex and I have Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Real Housewives of New York, and House of Villains to watch. So we have those 4 shows to watch. I got caught up on 1,000 Pound Sisters last night. I was going to make that video today too, but I'll probably make it tomorrow. Because like I said, I just don't feel like filming a bunch today. But I did want to come out here and like film my vlog and get caught up in the snowstorm. It is kind of fun. Might have to take a little bit of a walk down the street here in a second in the snowstorm and look at the pool and stuff. Maybe we'll do that. That might be kind of fun. I'll have to put on a scarf. I'll go inside and put on a scarf. And well, I have to put on my boots here in a second because like my feet are starting to get a little cold. But last night I watched 1,000 Pound Sisters. I took all the notes from that. So, and then I finished Mindhunter last night. I think the second season of Mindhunter was a lot better than the first season. I will say this about Mindhunter. So I looked to see why it didn't get renewed, because so many people are like, this is the best show ever. Caroline's stepson yesterday, he was like, what are you watching right now? I was like, Mindhunter. And he was like, oh my God, that show is so good. He's like, I love that show. By the way, I keep on saying The Leftovers, the Christmas movie, which it's, a couple people commented on it last night. They're like, I think he means The Holdovers. I mean The Holdovers. I said it actually last night too when we were at Thanksgiving at Caroline's house. I said The Leftovers, and her stepson was like, that is such a great TV show. And I go, it's not a TV show, it's a movie. And Caroline goes, no, The Leftovers is a TV show. And I go, then that's not what I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. I was talking about the movie The Holdovers. But they were both saying that The Leftovers is a really good show. So I don't know, maybe I have that on my list already, so maybe I'll have to watch that. What was I going to say? Oh, so anyway, so I was talking about Mindhunter to him last night. And so I came home and I finished it. Well, I finished 1,000 Pound Sisters. Well, I'll talk about tomorrow in just a second, but I'll talk about my TV shows right now. So I watched Thousand Pound Sisters and took notes, and then I finished Mindhunter. And this is the thing. Like, I think it's a really great show. Some of the people, like, we were talking about this last night. Some of the people that, like, they cast to look like this. So they interview a lot of the serial killers. The whole second season is a lot about the Atlanta missing and murdered children, which there's a whole documentary that's supposed to be fantastic about that. And I've never watched that documentary, so I may watch that this weekend too. But the whole second season is about that. It's like really coming down all of a sudden. It's really coming down. But the whole second season is about that. No, I don't have shorts on today. I have my corduroy pants on. That I wore when Caroline and I went out yesterday. Was that yesterday? Yeah. I'm like, is there a leaf blowing over there, or is that the candle? It's kind of crazy, like, the people that they cast to look like the guy that's, like, plays Charles Manson, I mean, is like Charles Manson. I mean, it's crazy. For a TV show that he got cast in this. The guy that, like, plays Richard Speck, like, I mean, he looks, acts, and sounds like Richard Speck. It's bizarre, the people they cast for these serial killers. I mean, they did a very good job with casting. The only thing about it is, like, I just don't care about... The second season, there's a lot about his partner, Bill, like, his family and his son. And if you haven't watched it, I don't want to ruin it for you. But, like, the whole first season, Jonathan Groff's character has this relationship. And, like, there's so much about the relationship. And then they, like, break up at the end of season 1, and there's nothing about it in season 2. Nothing at all. And then their third partner, who is this woman that's, like, this... she's, like, the psychologist, and she was, like, a professor and stuff like that. And she's a lesbian, and so there's a lot of the storyline that's about, like, her having to keep that a secret while she's, like, working for the Bureau and stuff like that, and that she was out when she lived in Boston. And then the second... Oh, Tiny Jean's calling me. And then the second season is more about, like, a different relation. It's just... I don't care about that stuff. Like, I think it adds... If the season... Okay, and this is the thing. I think they thought... Because the show was doing so well... I thought it was canceled because of low ratings, and that's not it at all. I think because the show was doing so well, they thought that it would be like 10 to 15 seasons. Because they start talking about the BTK killer. Well, I looked it up, and at the time that the second season is on, it's like 1980 or something. And the BTK killer, I don't think I looked it up, doesn't get caught until 2003 or 2005 or something like that. 2001. I mean, it's in the 2000s. So... For them to start building that storyline in season 1 means that they had to have thought that the seasons... They wouldn't have just, like, brought... They referenced the BTK killer a lot, but they wouldn't have brought it up. Like, season 2 ends on the BTK killer. So if they didn't think there was going to be a season 3, they would never have, like, probably included that much about it. And so I think a lot of the building of relationships, like Wendy Carr, who's a psychologist, and her, like, coming out in the Bureau and things like that, I think a lot of that building of relationships was for further seasons. Well, the reason why they didn't continue it got canceled is because it was so expensive to film, which I think is crazy. I mean, it's really, really well done. I kind of understand it now. I mean, knowing that it was only 2 seasons, for me, it was kind of like, I didn't really care that much about, like, the background stories of the characters, but I also knew that it was just 2 seasons. It wasn't that I didn't care about the background stories of the characters. It was that the background stories of the characters unfolded so slowly. Like, if you watch season 2, there's this whole storyline that has to do with his partner, his partner's wife, his partner's son. And it's not really conclusive because it's led because you think there's going to be a season 3. I mean, it ends not on a cliffhanger, but it ends like there's going to be a season 3. And so they canceled it because it was so expensive to film. It's very, very well done, but, like, the story is told so slow over time. Like, each season, it's a case they solve, and then they're also learning about profiling and all that kind of stuff. It's very, very well done. But it's well done if it was going to be 10 seasons. A lot of the background story that they spent so much time and energy on, of, like, the building of the characters and their background stories, is kind of, it doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things because it ended up only being 2 seasons. So you don't really, like, it doesn't really play a lot into, there's certain parts that it does, like, with her storyline of not being out, and you have to think about that time period and stuff like that, too. I mean, and that world that she had to operate in. I think some people, like, think we're so far from that. I mean, you're talking about just late 70s, early 80s, you know? And I came out in 90. And it was scary to come out even in 90, you know? And so to work in that male-dominated world where people are making very homophobic jokes and judgments, and they talk about it all the time, and she's just sitting there. And so she actually, during their interviewing one of the people, so they go and they interview like serial criminal offenders, which is why they interview like Manson and Richard Speck to learn more about the criminal mind. And so during one of the cases, like she's taught them that they have to share personal stuff. Well, she ends up going because the other two people are trying to solve the Atlanta child murders. And so she goes with this other guy, and like he won't open up to her about anything. And so she shares, this is this guy that like I walk past. I mean, he walks so much, and he is like out here. He is like all bundled up, 2 sweatshirts, a coat, and he is like walking so fast. I'm like, listen, you inspire me because I need to get out there because I am not feeling that today at all. But during that, she like shares something about like, I hate the word lover, but I mean, it's kind of like a dated term that people use, but she says something about an old lover that she had, and she shares a story. And when she gets in the car with the other investigator from the bureau or FBI agent, she's not an FBI agent, but she works with them on contract. But when there was like this huge bird over there in this tree, I saw something move, and I was like, what is that? It's like this huge bird that's like, and the bird is like this big, and it's like sitting sideways in this tree. Did I tell you guys that I had the wreath up? I literally hung it up when Caroline and I came home, and then I came out here. I would think it was when I got my reading glasses the other day. I came out here, and a bird flew out of the net, or there was already a bird in the wreath. And then, of course, I get real attached to the bird and stuff like that. What is that bird? It almost kind of looks like a heron or something. I just like looked at it. I was like, no, I'm crazy. It's not a bird. It's just like a stump. And it's like, it is a bird because it's moving. I can see it. It's like all like real tight, like in this tree limb. Yeah, it's moving. I can see it. That is so crazy. I kind of want to go over there and film it, but I don't want to scare it. So anyway, there was a part where she like shares a story about this lover that she had, this experience that she had with her. Talking about control and dominance and things like that. To get him to open up, she's sharing that. Well, you know that what she's sharing is true. But the agent that she works with, who's like very kind of like pure and innocent, like he doesn't know. And so he thinks that she made it up to pull stuff out of him. And so when they're in the car, he says something about like, how did you come up with that on the spot just to like pull that out? And she's like, you do what you have to do. I mean, she has to go along with it. It's very sad. So like that commentary, I mean, none of it is like, even the relationship stuff in season 2, I mean, it's like appropriate for the show. There's just no conclusion to it because the show just ends. Whereas I think that if it was even 4 or 5 seasons, it would be like played out. You would learn more. Like if they knew, like we're going to do just 4 seasons, I think that the writing is so fantastic. The development of the show is so fantastic that I think that they would have, like thought ahead and planned it out to like do all that. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So I finished that last night, and then interesting that Tanya just called me because Tanya and I were texting last night. So I came home and I took a long nap last night. I think we got home about 9 o'clock, and then I laid down. I don't remember if I put the vlog up. It was all ready to go, so I don't remember if I posted it while we were gone. I think I posted it while we were at Caroline's. I came home. I can't remember what I did when I came home. I was at the computer doing something, and then Alex was upstairs looking at TikToks in bed. He was like so exhausted. So I went upstairs and I laid down probably at like 9:30, and I slept until like 11:45. I mean, I was out. Like I slept so hard. I was so out. And I'm like thinking like, should I put my phone inside? It's getting like awfully cold. And then I'm like, I need to put my boots on and stuff like that too. But I think I can make it a couple more minutes out here. A couple more minutes. And also grab another battery in case the battery dies, because I never know which battery I have in here. So yeah, so Alex went upstairs. He was watching TikToks. I was sitting at the computer doing something. I can't remember what I was doing. Oh, I know what I was looking at. Okay, so I want to put the Christmas bedding on, but our new like fleece blanket that I ordered that's like Christmas, it's not really Christmas themed at all. It's very cool though. I I mean, it is and it isn't. You'll see when it's all together on the bed. I know some people will be like, that doesn't make any sense at all. It's very cool. So when that comes, I'm going to put the Christmas bedding on. But I wanted to put it on this weekend or even like last weekend, whatever. But so I was looking up, and I have more wax melts that are coming. I thought I was done with the wax melts because I looked it up. So I have more happy wax melts that are coming that I totally forgot that I ordered. It's like a whole different set of like, they have so many different kinds of winter scents, but like each package, so now I have like 3 of one, 3 of another, 3 of this, because each package of 3 has like 1 from the last one and then 2 new ones. That's how they get you to like order all these. So those are coming. They're supposed to be here by like 10 o'clock tonight. And then I have another candle wax. I can't remember what the brand is, but they're Christmas ones, and those are the last things. I have only 3 things left from Amazon to be delivered, and the last thing is the fleece blanket. It's like a king-size fleece blanket. Well, one side it's like this, like, very cool print, and then on the other side it's like fleece. And so that is coming, but it's not supposed to be here between the 6th and the 7th of December. I'm like, what, ma'am? No, like, I need that blanket now, because I need to put the Christmas bedding on. So, and Alex was like, we were talking about it last night, talking about changing the bedding, and he was like, well, I don't want to wash. This kind of made me sad. He did the same thing with Pee-Pee, which was sweet. He's like, I don't want to wash the Halloween comforter. And I said, okay, what do you mean? And he was like, well, that was the last comforter that Boo Radley slept on. Like, that was the last blanket. Because Boo Radley loved that ghost comforter. And he was like, so can we kind of like wrap it up and put it with the quilt in the closet with Boo Radley? And I was like, yeah, or with where Pee-Pee's stuff is. So when Pee-Pee passed away, we had this like green quilt. I don't even remember where we got it. I had it before. But at the end, like the last couple months, that's what Pee-Pee like slept on specifically. And so it smelled like Pee-Pee. And so like Alex wrapped it up and put this big like ribbon around it. And then he put like one of Pee-Pee's favorite, like one of the ladies, like the stuffed animals in there, like another one from when he was a little baby. And then he like put it in this whole thing and he like ziplocked it together. And so he wants to do the same thing with Boo Radley. He wants to do the ghost blanket. It still smells like Boo Radley. And Alex was like, in the purple blanket. I'm like, I'm not... I know it's going to sound crazy, but I still sometimes sleep with the purple blanket just because it smells like Boo Radley. I got very sad last night when we were going to bed. I think that might be part of why I felt real stressed. And I don't know that stress is the right word. I think stress is kind of... I think it's a word because my doctor used it, so I have been using that. I don't know that I feel stressed. I do feel depressed. I feel depressed and I feel full of anxiety. Like, I feel like when I've had friends of mine that have like full on had anxiety, I feel like I'm coming out of my skin at times. Right now, I actually feel pretty good. But when I woke up, that's how I felt. But last night before I went to bed last night, well, early this morning because I stayed up too late, I was like really thinking about Boo Radley, and I just kind of like went down a rabbit hole of thinking about him and memories. And I had written this whole thing out when we thought that like it was like his last day, and which was like a week before. And so I like wrote this whole thing out and all these memories and like telling him all the good things. And like I would always every night tell him all the good things, like. And all the good things are like, you know, you're the best boy, and you're the best dog, and you're the best brother, and the best neighbor, and the best son, the best friend. I would tell him all the good things. I call him all the good things. And so I had all that written down, and I had like the song written down, which was like, the best part of waking up is Boo Radley in my bed. But I had all that stuff written down, and I was kind of like reading it and stuff like that. And I don't know, I just was like, I could not fall asleep. For the life of me, I just was like in my head just thinking about Boo Radley. So I don't know, maybe that's why I woke up today and I mean, I don't want to like belabor, you know, or beat a dead horse about it. I don't even really know what words to put to it because I don't even really know exactly how I feel. I'm really having a hard time over Boo Radley being gone, and I don't know. You know, and I go day to day being like, well, it's the end of an era. I don't even know that I need to explain it. I'm just really sad right now. I'm really sad and I'm really struggling. And honestly, watching a TV show or filming a video, like, gets me out of that. It really helps me. Alex and I talked a little bit about it last night. About, like, how he feels about things, too. So I'll talk about yesterday, because yesterday was good. So Alex's cousin got a dog, and I got to, like, hang out with her yesterday. She's very sweet. And I was kind of scared about doing it, because I was like, this is going to be kind of a test. And, like, it was very fun. I mean, and seeing Caroline's dogs was fun, too. But she kind of reminded me of Tucker as a puppy a little bit. I played with her, I took her outside, I held her and all this kind of stuff, like, most of the day. And it was so good being around a little puppy. I really, truly do believe that dogs, and if you have a cat or whatever you have, I really believe that that connection, like, really helps our mental health. But I think it also affirmed for me that I'm not ready to get a dog yet. Like, I was very, very sad. Like, I was happy while I was, but it made me also sad. And this reminds me a lot of, like, when my mom passed, because when my mom passed, if happy things happened, or I met some, like, when I started dating Alex or whatever, the sad part of that was that I didn't get to share that with her. And so, like, before, if one of our friends would get a dog or whatever, you know, I'd go home, and I mean, I know he wasn't aware of it, but I'd be like, Boo Radley, you know, like, your cousin got a new dog today, you have a new cousin dog, and her name is Preciosa, and, you know, and whatever, and he'd just look at me and cock his little head. I don't know, I got kind of sad about it, like, when we were going to Caroline's, but, so anyway, so got up from my nap last night, talked on the phone a little bit, got up about 11:45. Brushed my teeth, put on warm. It was cold. It was really cold last night. And then I watched 1,000-Pound Sisters, took notes, and then I lit all the candles, made coffee, and then I finished Mindhunter. I was like halfway through episode 8, and so I had that, and then I had episode 9. Oh, no. I was halfway through episode 7, so I had half 7, 8, and 9 to watch, and then 1,000-Pound Sisters. And then I was like, well, I want to watch something. I want to start something new that I can get excited about over this weekend. So Tanya had texted me about it earlier, and I had seen it. I think I already talked to you guys about it. It's called The Madness on Netflix. It just came out. And it's with Coleman Domingo, who is in Fear the Walking Dead. I think he just either won or I know he was nominated for an Academy Award this last year. I love him so much, and he's very good looking. And I really, really like him, Coleman Domingo. But anyway, he's the star of this show. So I only finished the first episode. I started the second episode, and then I, like, paused it. I was like, I want to watch it. It's 8 episodes, and it's about this guy that's, like, a guest reporter for CNN, but he's also, like, a writer. And he's very involved in, like, okay, so I don't want to go watch it. I'll just tell you, it is really, really good and very, very scary. Not scary like gory, like horror movie scary. It's scary like that this could happen. I mean, he's totally set up and framed for this murder, and it's like a huge, high-profile murder. It's interesting because of it's very in our time. It is a very, very scary show. And I think also, I don't know, it's really scary show to watch. I mean, it's like scary for when you're watching it, and like he is so good in this role. He is so good. And yeah, so I started watching that last night. I watched one episode, and then I paused on the second episode because I knew I didn't want to stay up long enough to finish it. And so I read a couple chapters in my Maximum Ride, the James Patterson book. I still haven't pulled up all the books from the basement. That's one of the things I need to do today, is go through the basement and pull some of those books up. But I went through I read a couple chapters of the James Patterson book, and then I went to bed last night. And I was looking at pictures and, you know, reading that thing of Boo Radley. And so anyway, that was last night of my TV watching. Cheers. And I think I'm going to go inside, and I'm going to put my Ugg boots on and get another battery in case I choose to, like, walk somewhere and show you guys, like, the snow and the water and all that. Maybe we'll take a little field trip at the end of this. But I'm going to go and put my Ugg boots on. Should I get a scarf? I don't feel like I need my mittens, but I'll show you. Somebody said they're not mittens, they're called gloves, because, I don't know. But anyway, I feel like gloves are supposed to be, like, plastic or hard. Anyway, I'm going to go inside at least and put my Uggs on and get a battery. And then I will be back to continue this vlog in 2 and 2. Somebody said the other day, Is that because you used to watch whatever that show was called, The Dating Game back? I did. That's what it's from, 2 and 2, Chuck Woolery. And somebody said he passed away! Oh my god, I didn't know that. It's so sad. Okay, this is about to die at the 30-minute mark, so I will be back in 2 and 2. 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. I know it was like 2 seconds for you. Not even 2 seconds. 1 second for you. But it's been like a couple minutes for me. I brought, ooh, the snow is blowing. Oh, I didn't put my phone inside. Well, I'll just put it in my pocket because it's getting cold. It's getting cold. And I have the battery too. Well, you know what? Let's put my phone in my other pocket. Okay, so I also brought my scarf out. I think Mel made me this scarf. I have so many scarves. I was like looking through the scarves. I was like, which scarf should I bring out? So I think Mel made me this scarf several years ago. I told her I wanted like a blue and maroon scarf. I think it was Mel that made me this. Hi, how are you? Hi, how are you? Let's do a really pretty thumbnail, shall we? Okay. Caught in the snowstorm is what I'm going to call it today. Anyway, so I went inside and Alex, he was done with his movie and he like started, I think he started watching it earlier or something. So I said, are you done with your movie already? He goes, yeah. And I said, did you like it? And he goes, yeah, it was pretty good. He goes, it was kind of cheesy. He was like, it was pretty good. And he goes, I don't really remember the first one. And so I go, what are you watching now? And he was like, I just started a new show. I don't even remember what it was called, but he just started a new show. So he's real excited about his new show. I said to him earlier, I was like, did you want to go do, because none of his friends are doing anything this weekend. I was like, did you want to go like shopping today? He's like, no. Oh, this was the thing. So we talked to his mom about going shopping because I was kind of like on the fence. And then I was like, well, if I don't film tomorrow and she wants to go shopping, then we'll go shopping. But so two of their friends, that it's these brothers, we always refer to them as the brothers. I think I might have talked about them last year because when Fufu and Jesse were in town, we went with them to the, we went out to them to the club, the Latino club, and the two brothers were there. So the brothers have been here for like ever, and they used to live with Alex's mom, and then, so anyway, so they're really nice guys. They look like twins, but they're not twins. And so they're moving, and like they bought a house, and so they're moving, and so Carlos and Liliana are helping them move today. And so when we were at Thanksgiving yesterday at Alex's aunt's house, I said to her, I said to Alex's mom, I said, so are we going to go shopping tomorrow? Alex said that you might want to go shopping or something. She's like, well, I thought about it. She was like, but I'm going to help the brothers move tomorrow. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, so you don't want to go shopping? She was like, well, Alex said he didn't want to go shopping. And so I looked at Alex and I go, so you don't want to go shopping tomorrow? He's like, well, I wanted to only go shopping if you and my mom wanted to go shopping. And I was like, well, I only wanted to go shopping if the stores were open at 2. We all started laughing. So anyway, so she was helping them. She was taking food over there and stuff like that. And like, she was like, they can put some stuff in my car and whatever. So she was doing that, and then Alex didn't really want to go shopping anyway, so that's why we didn't end up going shopping today. But when we were out earlier, I was like, well, did you want to go shopping? Do you want to go do something? Because he was asking me if there was other stuff I wanted to do, and he was like, no, I want to be at home and just relax. He was like, I work all week long, so it's just nice for me just to get to relax. I'm like, yeah. So as much as I love to vlog, and y'all know I do, and make videos, I am kind of excited about just putting on my comfy pajamas and sitting and just reading. I'm having my book. And I'm going to have my candles lit, and then, he'll be watching a show, I'll be watching my iPad, and, but we'll watch our shows together tonight, because we've got all the housewives and stuff together tonight to watch. I'm very excited about that, bring out all the cozy blankets and stuff like that. Oh, so anyway, so that was what Alex said about the ghost blanket with Boo Radley and stuff like that, and then, but I really like that ghost blanket, so we're going to do that, because it still smells like Boo Radley and stuff like that. He loved that blanket, and so, which is weird, because, I only had it on for a few weeks, but it does still smell like him, and so then, I said it sounded like a chicken the other day, and somebody was like, that most certainly does not sound like a chicken. So I don't know, maybe next year I'll buy a different Halloween comforter. It was kind of fun having a Halloween comforter this year. I'm trying to think of what I was talking about before I got off here. I don't even know. Okay, so Thanksgiving yesterday, we left here. We got to his aunt's house. I don't even remember what time we got to his aunt's house, but so it was Alex's aunt and uncle, and then his uncle's son and daughter-in-law and their 3 daughters, and then Alex's grandma and cousin, and then Alex's mom, and then Carlos and Liliana and the kids. It was really fun. It was a lot of fun. The food was fantastic. Alex's uncle, he's like a chef, and he always like, he loves to cook. It was so funny because yesterday Caroline and Alex's mom were talking about it, about how like at Caroline's house Mike cooks everything, and for Thanksgiving and Christmas Alex's uncle always cooks everything, and that they both love to cook. He always like makes stuff that I can have. Both houses were so fantastic about that. And I will say, most years for Thanksgiving as a vegetarian, there's always like, I mean, it's not like I go hungry. Like, there's things I can eat. But like this year, it was like, it was unbelievable. So at Alex's aunt's house, he made like this corn souffle. Did I say aunt's? Yeah. Alex's uncle made this corn souffle that looked like, I said, it looks like cornbread. And he goes, well, it's corn souffle. Oh my God, it was so good. I love corn anything. It was so good. So we made this corn souffle, and I had that. I mean, both places had turkey, and both places had turkey and ham. So I had corn souffle at his house, and then he made this like squash, butternut squash kind of mix thing. It kind of tasted a little bit like, Caroline had something very, very similar. I was kind of surprised, but they ordered the whole thing. And so it was like, it tasted kind of like apples, like in the oven. I don't even know how to explain it. It had like pecans in it and cranberries. It was really, really good. And then mashed potatoes, and then rolls, and then I had a little bit of just a little bit of chocolate cake. So there was like chocolate cake. There was Alex's uncle got Alex's grandma, her favorite pie is like some kind of banana cream pie. So I did not know, I was not aware of that. I thought that she loved this coconut cake that she makes. So anyway, you got her this banana cream pie. And then there was pumpkin cheesecake and something else. I was so full, and I knew we were going to Caroline's. So we stayed there until about 4:30. And then we left. Alex's mom came about an hour later, because she said she wasn't going to really eat a whole lot at Caroline's anyway, because she wasn't that hungry. So we get to Caroline's, and Caroline had told me that like everybody was coming at 4, we were coming at 5, and then we were going to eat at like 5:30. And I was like, well, I feel bad. I don't want to make you guys wait and whatever. And she's like, it's not a problem at all. So we get there. Alex and I get there at like 10 till 5, and because everybody at Alex's aunt's house was falling asleep. I mean, literally when we left, the kids were playing tag and everybody was asleep on the couches. Alex's aunt was upstairs asleep. I mean, she was taking a nap. Everybody was asleep. When Alex's mom came over, she's like, oh, Carlos and Liliana and the kids are leaving and everybody else is asleep. I was like, really? She's like, yeah. I mean, it was an early day over there. But it was fun. We had such a fun time. And I mean, it was a lot of laughing. It was really hilarious. We had a good time yesterday. So then we got to Caroline's house, and we walk in, and it's Caroline and Mike and David are sitting in the living room watching a football game. And I was like, and Caroline goes, you guys were the first ones here. I go, what do you mean we're the first ones here? And I said, I thought we were supposed to be the last ones here. And she goes, you guys were the first ones here. And so David had Thanksgiving at his girlfriend's house, and then she stayed to like help like clean up and do some stuff there, and then she was coming later because she was like, I don't want to eat 2 meals, so she was just like coming later. And so am I getting text messages? So she was coming later, and then Caroline's stepson and his wife, she didn't think they had, like, they were, because they usually do, like, Thanksgiving and Christmas at her parents' house before they come over to Caroline's, but she didn't think they were doing Thanksgiving with her parents this year, but they were. So they ended up coming over, and everybody got there within, like, 15 minutes. Even Alex's mom, like, she was, maybe it wasn't even an hour later. I don't know. But anyway, so it was fun. We all sat around and talked for a little bit. Maybe it was the football game getting ready. I don't know. I feel like we watched 2 football games last night. I don't know who played who. We watched, when I say this, I know this is where like a lot of people watch football, don't they? But I don't know who played who. I know we watched the Dallas Cowboys, and did they play the Giants? Am I right about that? And then we watched the Miami Dolphins, and I don't know who they played. And then there was a third game because Caroline's stepson and his wife went home to let their dog out and also watch the third game. And I want to say, okay, they are Steelers fans, so it wasn't Steelers because Packers were the Packers playing last night. Did I get all three of those right? Am I smart? Okay, I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that. I love this scarf. I don't wear scarves very often, but so anyway, it was fun. We didn't stay there super late. We stayed there. I think we stayed there about till like 8:30, 8:40 when we came home. Alex's mom left right before us, and then it was also. So Caroline's nephew, Mike's nephews, two of his nephews were supposed to come. One is divorced and his daughter was coming. They did come. And then the other nephew, he and his wife and their two kids were supposed to come, but they were all sick, so they didn't end up coming. So it was kind of a small group, but it was really nice, and it was very, very cozy, and the food was fantastic. There I had mashed potatoes. Okay, so Caroline's stepson every year, he and his wife, well, it's really him, but he and his wife, like, pick a different recipe of macaroni and cheese and make it. They've done this for, like, the last 4 or 5 years. And so they make a different macaroni and cheese. So last night, he was really excited about it. I was kind of very skeptical. I was like, when he was telling me about it, I was like, nah. So he used, like, I can't remember what the one kind of cheese was, but he used Gruyere in there, and I was like, oh my god, I love Gruyere. And then he was like, and I use these special noodles. And so he like took his phone out and he showed me the noodles that he used, and they were like these special like pasta noodles. I was not excited. I was like, this is going to suck. Like, I'm not excited about it at all. Oh my god, it was the best macaroni and cheese. I was like sitting next to him when we were eating. I was like, this is the best macaroni. He goes, I told you it would be. I go, this is the best macaroni. Alex, I don't know if I've ever told you the story about Tanya's sister-in-law. I'll tell you the story in a second. It's so funny. But, like, Alex is, like, the macaroni and cheese expert. I mean, like, everybody calls him that. Because, like, he will tell you in a heartbeat, like, if it's your recipe, he'll say it sucks. I don't care. Alex, like, took one bite of his macaroni and cheese. I was, like, watching him, and he, like, looked up, and he was like, I go, it's good, isn't it? He goes, this is so good. We took so much. He was like, take as much of it as you want home, because we made 2 things of it. We have another one at home. Alex and I took so much macaroni and cheese home. I know, I'm trying to, and this is not the weekend for the weight loss journey, you know? Alex got, so many people ask this. Alex got stuffing at both places. His uncle made homemade stuffing, and I looked at it and I go, Alex, that looks like our friend Carol's stuffing. He goes, it tastes just like, I go, does it really? He goes, yeah, it tastes just like hers. So Alex got, it looked more like dressing than stuffing. I don't know, what I'm talking about, like stuffing looks more like the stove for stuffing. This is more like dressing. That's kind of like, you know, in the bird kind of thing. But Alex got stuffing at both places. He was so excited. He brought stuffing home from, I mean, he has like a huge container of stuffing from both places. And so he warmed up food earlier, and I said, that's when he must have started the movie. And I said, what did you have earlier? Oh, here comes my favorite neighbor in the whole world. You are walking in this cold?
It's awful. I hate it.
You hate it? He likes it. Did you have a nice Thanksgiving?
Yes. How about you?
Yes, we had a very nice thing. It was good to see everybody. I'll let you go walk. It's too cold. Stay warm. That dog is so cute. But anyway, but yes, Alex got it. Because I got, like, it's so funny. Because I posted, here, I'll show you the pictures. If they're still up. Oh, I should probably show them now on here before it's, like, timed out. My God, my phone is so cold, it's not even wanting to open. Okay. My Instagrams. Let's go back and show. Okay, so I took a picture of Alex. Well, Alex took the picture of me and Carlitos and Sebastian. Okay, the kids were playing tag last night. It was so funny. And so Alex was sitting in one, like, he was sitting, like, on the floor up against his chair. And I was sitting on the couch. And I was just, like, sitting there. And we were, like, showing them, Alex and I were going through our phones, showing Carlitos and Sebastian pictures of, like, when they were little. And we have these, like, videos of them and stuff like that. Like, I was showing Sebastian. So I'm Sebastian's godfather, and I was showing him, like, pictures of the day that he was born and stuff like that. And so Carlitos, it was, because I said, how old would you have been there? Because he's 12 now, so he would have been 7. So I said, do you remember the day that you said the Pledge of Allegiance? So we went over there one day. He, like, practiced it for a whole weekend because he got picked to do the Pledge of Allegiance at school. He was so excited about it. So I have a whole video. It's so sweet of him doing the Pledge of Allegiance. So we were, like, bringing up all these videos. Well, the whole time, he and these other girls that were there, that were Alex's uncle's grandkids, they were all playing tag. So we're sitting there, and it's like they're tagging us, and I'm, like, tagging Alex. I'm like, tag. We're just going around in a circle. It was so stupid. So we took this picture of the 3 of us. It's real sweet. So then here's Caroline's place setting last night. Isn't it? Oh, wait. Isn't it so pretty? She actually did not make her centerpiece. She had 2 centerpieces, so there was 2 tables. But because some people didn't come, so there was another table, like over here. But since some people did not come, she moved everything to 1 table. And then, so yeah. And then at the very end, when the one nephew and his daughter came, so she set the end table up. So it was like this table, and then Caroline sat there with them on the other end of the table. I sat right here. So anyway, and then there's, so Caroline's stepson every year, he has these stupid hats that he wears. I said, for Christmas, I'm buying you a hat for every holiday. And so he wears these stupid hats. Like, for Christmas, I think he has this stupid, it's not just a regular Santa hat, but he has this turkey hat. You guys have all seen this. So there's Alex's mom wearing the turkey hat with Alex on the couch at Caroline's house, and then Caroline's son is in the background. David's in the background. And then, oh, there's Mabel. Mabel loves her mama. It was so good seeing. Oh, you know what? My video of, and then there's all the food at Caroline's house. So I'll tell you what I had. Oh, so Alex's mom brought this, like, brie camembert cheese, and she put, like, berries. It was like this. Oh, my God. It was so good. It was so funny because at first she was like, taste some of the cheese dip. So I tasted some of it, and I was like, I don't like this at all. I don't even know it was like a mix of, like, 3 different cheeses, and she melted them together and stuff. And I was like, I don't like this at all. Do you ever do this? I do this a lot on my review channel. And then, like, I took another bite of it, and I was like, By that 3rd bite, I was obsessed. I ate almost that entire thing of cheese. It was not a good day for my weight loss journey yesterday. So I had mashed potatoes, macaroni and cheese. Look, there's a huge thing of stuff in it. How many of that? I had a roll. Somebody said, oh, you got the dinner rolls from Taylor's Bakery. No, we didn't. The dinner rolls were included in I think it's Market District is where Caroline gets it from. And then Mike made, because the person that was supposed to bring deviled eggs was sick, and they know that I love deviled eggs. So Mike made deviled eggs for me. I love deviled eggs so much. My mom used to make the deviled eggs. And then this was our place setting. So Caroline and I both have those glasses, which Caroline says are vintage, and I think they're crap. But anyway, she loves them. So then we each have place settings. I kind of love a good place setting. So anyway, that's everything that... but here, let me show you the puppy, because that picture is already timed out. Hold on a second. I took a bunch of pictures. So this is me. I wore this little gray sweater yesterday from Abercrombie. So that's Preciosa. She's so sweet. Look at her. She's so sweet. They rescued her, and so that's her cousin's dog. And I took her outside. You can see she was like walking all around outside. She's so little. She was hopping all around and stuff like that. It made me so happy to see all the dogs last night. It was really nice to be around the dogs again. Or around dogs again. It was really nice. So we stayed over at Caroline's, and, yeah, and then it was fun. We had a really good time. She made a fire. Caroline made a big fire later when the second football game started. But then when we left, Alex's mom had left. Caroline's stepson and his wife had left to go let their dog out, and then they were going to watch the 3rd football game at home. They're all, like, huge football people. Like, not Caroline, but, like, Mike and David, and not so much his girlfriend, but... her stepson and his wife, they're like big into football. So everybody had left. And then her nephew and his daughter, they had left. Alex's mom had left. So when we left, because I was kind of like sitting and talking to Caroline when they were all in there watching football and stuff like that. And Alex was packing stuff up in the kitchen to take home. I brought stuff home too. Mushrooms, the mushrooms. Oh my God, I brought so many mushrooms home. So anyway, Alex was packing that stuff up, and I was talking to Caroline, and I went and looked. It was like David and his girlfriend were sitting in front of the fireplace. It was like, I should have taken a picture of it. It was so cute. And then Mike was watching football, like, behind. They were just sitting there watching the fireplace. And that was it when we left. So it was just the 4 of them. We had a good time. And then we got home, and, yeah, I took a nap, and then I watched TV. So it was a great Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving was in the battery, just went to the halfway mark. So I'm so happy that I brought another, what do you call it, battery out with me. But, yeah, it was a really, really nice Thanksgiving. Caroline said to me last night, she was like, what do you think about... like the necessity to do like a whole second meal? And I said, what do you mean? She goes, well, really, she was like, everybody that came over there to Caroline's yesterday for the Thanksgiving dinner, it's like, so Alex and I and his mom had already been at his aunt and uncle's house. We had a full Thanksgiving dinner. And then her son goes over to his girlfriend's whole family's house. So he had already had a Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner. And then her stepson... and his wife, they had already gone over her family, so they had a Thanksgiving dinner. Her nephew, they had already had Thanksgiving dinner, because they were at his daughter's mom's family's house or something like that. And so they had already had Thanksgiving dinner. And so by the time they get to Caroline's, you know, and Mike's making this huge dinner. And she's like, I think next year I'll just get pizzas. I was like, okay. She's like, would you be upset? I was like, would I be upset about what? She was like, well, she's like, I know, you know, like, you like to have, I said, Caroline, I don't care. I hardly eat anything here anyway, because there's, you know, whatever, there's like little options. And I said, and I'm not that hungry by that time anyway, you know? And she's like, so what if we just got a bunch of pizzas next year and just played games? I said, I just want to spend time with everybody, you know? I said, I'll buy all the pizzas next year, you know? We'll sponsor the pizza. She just started laughing. I said, no, but seriously. I said, whatever takes the stress off you. I said, because I just want you guys to be able to relax. I said, I think it's so nice that you guys host it. Our place is too small to have everybody over there. Plus, I don't mind having, like, this is the other thing. I don't mind having, like, a bottle of wine or whatever if Alex wants to have a bottle of wine in the house or whatever, you know, a couple things. I mean, people have gifted him, like, weird liqueurs that have sat on the counter for, like, 3 years and he's never drank. That kind of stuff doesn't bother me. I don't want, like, a case of beer and a full bar in our house, even if it's just for one day. Like, it's not, I don't have, like, I know when I should never have opened this conversation because I know this is going to confuse people. It's not like I'm going to have a craving to drink or anything like that. I just don't want it around. It's one thing for me to go somewhere and whatever, but you know, people get a little buzzed on the holidays, and this is my safe space. You know, my home is my safe space, and so it's one thing to go somewhere, and nobody was really like that buzzed yesterday. But I have been to holidays where people do get quite buzzed. I'm sure you have too. It's one thing to be there and be able to leave. It's another thing for it to be my house, and I don't want people to feel uncomfortable and not be able to feel like they can have, you know, some spirits and beer and wine and Trulies and all that kind of stuff. And, like, I don't care if Alex has, you know, drinks here at times. He hardly ever does. Like, when he does, he'll, like, be like, do you care if I have a bottle of wine? I'm like, no, not at all. I'll crack it open. And, you know, he'll be like, I'm just going to have a glass or two. Like, I'm watching. I'm like, babe, he hardly ever does. I feel like he used to a couple years ago, but he really never does anymore. I wouldn't care. I mean, I have friends of mine in recovery who have, like, they do have full bars in their house because, you know, their spouses, you know, don't, like, drink or do drink and then, or entertain, and for when they entertain and whatever. It's not about the alcohol in the house. It's really more about the, like, if I can be somewhere where people are buzzed and stuff, I don't know that I necessarily, like, want it in my house. That makes me kind of uncomfortable. I'm not just talking about, like, 1 or 2 people. I'm talking about, like, 6 or 7 people that are kind of, like, buzzed, and then I'm worried about, like, are they getting Ubers home? You know, I just don't. So I said to Caroline, I said, I just appreciate that you host it every year. You know, like, you clean your house, you have us all over here. Let's just do pizzas next year. I said, or we can go out to dinner. We can all meet out for dinner for Thanksgiving, you know, and each pay our own way. I'm totally fine to do that. I don't know what's open on Thanksgiving for dinner, but we can do that, or pizzas and just play games. I think that would be fun. I just like getting together for the family, you know, like, the food is fun, and I love the traditions of the food, but at this point, like, other than the deviled eggs, I mean, even the macaroni and cheese isn't what Caroline and I grew up with, thank God. But, like, I don't really care about the food. Like, I don't have any kind of, you know, if my mom and my aunt were alive, there were a lot of, like, traditional things that they made and whatever. We don't make, I mean, Caroline doesn't make any of that kind of stuff. I'm not keeping it alive. I don't cook. So it doesn't really mean anything to me. There's only, like, a couple meals that mean anything to me, and I'm a vegetarian. It's like my mom used to always make me chicken curry, and I love that. My Aunt Kathy, you know, she would make beef Wellington on Christmas Eve. I love that, but I don't eat those things anymore. So I don't really have an attachment, like, you know, in our friend Carol's stuffing. Other than that, I don't really have, like, any attachment to, like, traditional foods. I probably, honestly, more now, like, Alex's family, I do, you know, like, things that they make for Christmas and things that I can have and things like that, you know, I guess Aunt for Christmas usually, well, did she, I don't remember a lot, but anyway, I mean, she'll do, like, she knows I love plantains and yucca and stuff like that, and those are things that I can eat, so probably more, like, and I will say this, too, other than, like, the cooking of it, there's more of traditions, I think, like, with the Venezuelan food for Christmas, there's definitely more, like, how you prepare it, and they, like, buy a lot of their food. They'll, like, order it, like, from places that, like, make it, or people that make it and whatever. But anyway, so I told Caroline, I said, she's like, well, I don't mind hosting it. She's like, I love hosting things at my house, you know? And I said, then let's just do pizzas next year. I said, we can do pizzas for Christmas if you want to. I don't really care. It doesn't matter to me. I just like getting together with everybody. And we did, and we had a good time, and it was great. And we didn't stay too late. I got home, and, you know, it was really nice, and got a good nap in, and yeah, it was just a really nice day. Yesterday was a really nice day. And, had 4 videos filmed and posted them yesterday. I don't know that a lot of people watched them because I think people were busy yesterday. Posted my vlog yesterday, and I guess 5 videos I posted yesterday. It was funny because I said to Alex today, he goes, well, when we get back, like, from running errands, he was like, are you going to film a bunch of videos? I said, no, I think I'm just going to film my vlog. And he was like, well, I thought you wanted to film a bunch of videos today because you, like, filmed for yesterday. And I was like, well, I did. I said, but I'm like, I don't know what it is about sitting in this chair and vlogging, but it always makes me feel better. Like, I feel so much better after just, like, sitting here talking. So, I don't know. But thank you for that. I appreciate it. But now, I mean, it is 4:01, so I do not feel like... I'm going to put my phone in my pocket or it's going to, like, get too cold. So I do not feel like... I feel like putting on my comfy pajamas. Maybe I'll take a warm, hot shower. I'll probably take a nap, then get up, take a warm, hot shower while this is uploading, and then put on my comfy pajamas, and then watch our shows tonight with Alex, and then he'll probably continue watching whatever show I don't even know what show that he started. Caroline and I were telling him to watch all his shows. He's like, I want funny, light stuff. I don't want anything dark right now, because we were telling him to watch the Alex Cross show, and then I was telling him about Escape from Dan Morrow. Caroline and I were talking about that, and I was talking about Your Honor. Oh my god, that Your Honor is so good. It was on Showtime originally, now it's on Netflix. And then there was something else we were talking about. And Alex is like, he said this the last couple of days, he's like, I just need something lighthearted and funny. He's like, I don't want anything. Oh, he finished Cruel Intentions. A couple of people reached out to me about it. They said, did Alex like Cruel Intentions? Because I love the movie. Alex, like, it's very, like, that. I remember watching Cruel Intentions way back in the day. I don't remember much about it. Did you guys see that? Are they doing, like, somebody said it's a sequel, but there already is a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer. And Sarah Michelle Gellar is, like, teasing out that they're filming it or whatever. But there already is a sequel to I Know What You Did Last Summer, right? It's called I Still Know What You Did Last Summer. Wasn't Brandy in it? Do you guys not... Am I losing my mind and that never happened? Is that one of those Mandela effects that I thought that movie happened and it never did? I mean, with a quick Google search I could find out. But I know it happened because they go to an island. Was Brandy in that one? Or was that the third one? Was there 3 of them? I don't know. But anyway... Okay, so Alex loves the movie Cruel Intentions. It's like one of his favorite movies ever. I don't remember the last time I saw it. I never thought it was... It's very that Gossip Girl kind of thing that he loves. I didn't love Cruel Intentions to begin with. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. He thought the TV show was fantastic. I was sitting there while he was watching one episode, and I said... Did they cast it for everybody to be exact? One of the reasons why I didn't like the original is I cannot stand Selma Blair's character in Cruel Intentions. Okay, I don't know why. She just is so, I don't know, very annoying character. I did not like her in Cruel Intentions at all. So, the actress that plays the role that Sarah Michelle Gellar played in Cruel Intentions, she's kind of like her. I mean, I watched literally 10 minutes of it. The character that's supposed to be like the Ryan Philippe character doesn't look anything like him at all. Doesn't act anything like... It sounds a little bit like him, kind of, like when he talks, but not like in that movie. But the character that is like the Selma Blair character, I mean, it's like the facial features and everything. I said to Alex, I go, did they hire her just to like look exactly like Selma Blair? Because he knows I didn't like that character in the movie because we had talked about that. And he goes... No, she's not acting like her at all. I go, literally her facial expressions and everything are right down to it. And he said, no, they're not. And he goes, and I just watched the movie last night. And I was like, okay, they are. But by the way, when I went inside, I said, I'm getting a scarf. And he goes, why? Oh, when we were leaving, he goes, he said something about we could take a walk tonight. My husband would never walk in this cold. I just want to say that for you. And when people are being like, oh God, you should take a romantic walk. My husband would take a romantic walk on the beach, and we have. Okay, he would take a romantic walk down the strip in Las Vegas when it's 90 degrees. My husband would no sooner put on a coat and boots, and I mean, maybe for me, he would if I begged him to. But, like, he would never come up with that idea, like, we should take a walk out in the snow, and that would be so romantic. He would be like, no. He'd be like, it's cold, we're not doing that. So when we were leaving, he said... we should take a walk in the snow today. And I just kind of like laughed because I knew that he would not be about it, right, at all. So when I went inside, I was like getting my scarf and I was getting another battery. He was like, did you need to come inside? He's like, do you want me to move upstairs so you can finish vlogging down here? Is it that cold? And I said, it is cold outside. I said, no, but I'm going to finish my vlog outside. I said, I'm actually going to walk down to like the pool and the bridge and see the snow down there and stuff like that. He goes, oh, you are going to take a romantic walk outside. I said, yes, I am going to take a romantic walk with the vloggeritos. Okay, so this is almost at the 30-minute mark. I have like 10 seconds left. So I'm going to stop it. I'm going to put the new battery in, and then we are going to walk down there. And I will show you the front porch, too. Are you guys so excited? Oh, my God, I'm so excited. So I'll see you in 2 and 2. Okay, I'm back. The new battery is in, and it is cold out here. So it's a good thing. It's still snowing. I can't believe it. It's still snowing. The snow is on the rooftops and in the grass and everything. Oh, my God. Okay. I got my snow. Remind me of this when we don't get a white Christmas. I was thinking about this. Remember, like, when I used to keep track of how many days I went to the pool this summer? I was like, I should keep a track of how many days it snowed. So it snowed the other day, and then today it snowed. We were supposed to get snow last night, but we didn't. I mean, like, it's snow like this where you can see it. So let me have a sip of coffee. I'm going to leave the candles burning because I'm not going to be gone that long. Check my phone real quick to see if there's any emergencies occurring. Nope. And I'll call Tanya Jean when I get back here and I get done. I'm going to show you guys the front porch and everything, okay? Woo! Here we go! Are you guys ready? Oh my God. Okay, so let me show you the snow so far. Look at this. We are actually having some snow. It's pretty. Okay, let me show you the front porch. Well, this sad little pumpkin. Oh, you know what? I was going to throw that. So here's the things that I got. Is it, like, out of focus? Why is this going out of focus? Hold on. Okay, so these are the things that I got at Costco. I got 2 of them. Carolyn got 1 of them. They're the 14-inch holiday greens. I think they were like $34.99 or something like that. Has all the instruction cards. But anyway, they're the same ones that I get every year. I haven't really done a whole lot to the patio yet. It looks rather kind of sad and depressing. But I did get these pillows, and these pillows were $9.99 at Costco. And then, like, one side has that on them. Maybe I should just leave one side like that and one side, I don't know, what do you guys think? And one side like that. I still have the hose out here, I gotta take that in. And then here is the wreath that I got, and the wreath was like $15.99 or something. It's not bad at all. Okay. So, let's head out into the snowstorm. Oh my God, it is really snowing. And here's my neighbor coming back from a walk. You guys are out in the snowstorm. It's cold, isn't it? Yep, this is the mobile video. Is the lake frozen over? We're gonna go find out if the lake is frozen over, okay? So anyway, is this the mobile video for the day? Can you believe it's snowing so much? Woo! Here's a big tall tree right behind me. Oh my Lord. Good thing I brought my scarf with me. I would be so cold if I didn't bring my scarf with me today. Oh my God, there's all kinds of people walking. Whew. It is really cold, you guys. This is not walking weather, okay? And my scarf is not wanting to. Come on, Scarfella. Okay. This woman is standing down here looking at me like, what is he doing? The tennis courts. The snow is not sticking to the tennis courts, interestingly enough. Look at this. They're just wet. So pretty though, isn't it? We're gonna go. I wish we would get like a foot of snow. Ooh, it's a little slick. There's behind the pool. Should we get a cozy book to read at the public library? I love my neighborhood so much. Look at the pool. To think that I walk around here barefoot. That's where I keep my stuff, on my table over there. That's where I sit. And now it's 26 degrees outside. Oh my God. Can you even believe it? Woo! Oh. I'm dreaming of a Smoky Mountain Christmas. You could take the girl from the country, I have heard them say. But you cannot take the country. The lake is not frozen. But you know what I do need? Is I need a good thumbnail. You can't really see the snow though, can you? I need it to look like I'm caught in a snowstorm. Maybe on the bridge. That light, okay, I've probably said this before. Whew, the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, when they come out of the wardrobe and they stand by the light, that's what that reminds me of. Okay. I want it to just look like some snow here. I'm gonna put caught in a snowstorm right there. Look, there's ducks. Hi, ducks. I wish I would have brought you guys some bread. I didn't, I'm sorry. Is it cold? That water's gotta be freezing. Does anybody know about ducks? Tell me about ducks and what you know. It's so pretty, isn't it, over there? It's not really capturing it on camera, but it's like really coming up and down. I wanted to be capture myself in this snowstorm. Okay, well, anyway, enough thumbnails for the day. My hands are freezing and it is very, very cold. So, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna render this vlog. While I'm rendering it, I'm gonna call Tiny Jean back. And then I'm going to upload it. While I'm uploading it, I'm gonna take a little nap, take a warm, hot shower, put my comfy pajamas on, heat up some leftovers, have some mushrooms and a deviled egg, macaroni and cheese. We are eating healthy today for the weight loss journey. And yeah, and that's it. So I hope that you guys are having a magically amazing Friday. And if you guys are out shopping today for Black Friday shopping, I hope that you're getting all kinds of deals. Don't forget Cyber Monday. And, oh, I should do my Amazon video of all my favorite Amazon things on Cyber Monday. And if nobody else has told you today, I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye. Love ya!